All right, let's just do an updated document interface. Let's just have a quick look at the functionality. Basically, let's split it into three. Let me just move to the second page. Tissue paper for all the newbies. Tissue paper. If you don't barely touch it, it won't work. If you try and see this, see how it's not working? If I just barely touch it, then it moves. So it's a real key to understanding how much pressure you need to use on your device. Not a lot, very little. All right, so the menu has changed. Your left menu has changed in the last 6 to 9 months. You've got 2 pens now. And again, this is just going to be a brief summary, so I'm not going to do an exhaustive, but I just wanted to cover some of the changes. You've got 2 pens, so you come in here, there's 9 options you can pick. Then you come into this one, not the same 9 options you can pick. So I use these 2 the most, click-free and highlighter, so that's what I've picked. When you're in a notebook, so this is a notebook, not a PDF. When you're in a PDF, it'll say PDF. This is a native notebook. This is the notebook you can create from scratch that comes with the reMarkale device. You will always have the T. The T is for text. Now we're going to create a new page and I'm just going to write this down. So the T is for typing. It brings up the on-screen keyboard. You have 2 keystrokes. You have to press twice to get into it. Okay, you used to only press once, but now they've got this other option of choosing, do you want narrow columns or wide columns? So then they've added another layer. All right, so T is for typing, and it's connected. The reason I just want, whoops, let me do that again. It's connected. I've got to have my little arrows with everything to the convert to text function. And the biggest thing that you need to know is it can't be done in a PDF on the regular pages of a PDF. Now, what you can do is you can insert a note page into a PDF. See how it says add page? If I was in a PDF, I could insert a page, and yes, the T would show up, and on that one page I could convert to text, but not in the rest of the PDF. Okay, so that's important for you to know. That's a very brief summary of the typing. This is your pencil case for the eraser, so there's some options in there you can pick. This is your selection tool, so it doesn't bring up a thing, but it will actually highlight whatever you select, and it gives you options. This is a convert to text option, this is copy, and this is cut. All right, let's hop off of that. Hello. This is layers. It used to be down the bottom, so this is one of the things that's moved. It tells you what layer. You got up to 5 layers that you can put information on top of information. Text and template. So this is actually where the template library is in here. These come all with reMarkale. Now, there's information on my channel to help you put your own personal things in here if you want. It is a process. You need a third-party app that you have to pay for. So that's the template library, and then your layering and your text. Not seeing, whoops. And you turn them on and off there. It's very similar to when you're using Procreate or another app that's got layers on it, and you can add a new layer down there. This is your undo, redo. And then down the bottom here, this is your grid view. So that shows you however many pages is in the notebook. Tags, when you've got a list of all the tags you've ever created, but you can always add new ones down here, add a new tag, and then it will become black. So, or if I picked coaching, you see how it's black. Then when I'm out in the main, in my files, my home directory, I can search for any tag that I've got, and it will bring up any document that I have tagged on that page. And this is, there's quite a few things in here now. There's a few more things. So this is new. This enables shapes. So I'm on the select tool, which means it won't work. But if I wanted to draw a nice triangle, it didn't pick it up. Yes, there it is. I don't know if I did it on an angle, it should still pick it up. How sad that is. Oh. Circle, yes, square. So shapes now is amazing. I'm just gonna, this will annoy me if I don't get rid of it because it's extra. So select, I'm just gonna grab that, put it there, and grab that and put it there. The select tool has always been really good. Okay, so enable shapes. Your notebook settings now have a little bit of metadata. I'd love a bit more in here, like the folder it's in. You obviously can see the date, the document name. So it's nice. I'm hoping they'll develop this a little. So notebook settings, enable shapes. You can turn it, so set it to landscape. You can present with screen share, which means it will link to your laptop. My laptop's sitting just here because I'm videoing and I'm looking at my software. If I was to, let me see, there's my laptop, right? So when you tick present with screen share, it connects to the desktop app, which I have on my laptop. You might have it on a desktop computer, but wherever you've got that desktop app, that is what the screen share connects to. And then you can share from your laptop to a TV or another screen via another method. That totally works. I do need to do a video on that because I've been asked a few times. You can send by email. That takes you to a screen where you can select all your options, add an email address. You could have a list of recently used ones there. You just tap on it. You can select one page or all of the pages. Just cancel that. You can do the attachment name. You can change the format. You can make it landscape portrait and grayscale pens. So you've got some options in there. You can convert to text in here now, whereas it was in a box that had this on it, I think, from memory. You can search. So this search, remember, it doesn't search through handwriting, it searches through text, and I'll show you that. So there's the word typing, unless this has changed, which would be great. So if I'm looking for the word typing, see how it says no results found? That's because it doesn't search through handwriting. And if this was like a 50-page document and you had a lot of typing and you wanted to just check this page, you can just tick that box and it will only check this page. But other than that, it will check the whole document, which is great. But remember, it only checks typing. It doesn't search through handwriting at the moment. Let's hope that changes in the future. And you can add a page from down here. There's several ways you can add a page. I will show you those. So I just added a page there. You can swipe to the left and add a page that way. And you can also go into grid view from here and you can add a page that way. All right, so that is, let me go back to, that's the left menu. Now the top menu, up the top, from the top, you can close the menu or open it. You can close the document. You can close the document that way, and you can also pull two fingers from the top and you can get into your recents and your favorites drawer. So if there's documents you use all the time, like I use my mind map, which has got all the shapes in it, right? So I click on it. It's very quick. I come in here, I'll select what I want. I copy it like that. I can come down from the top again, go back to recent, go back to the document I was in. So this is very quick. I'm going to go to a new page, one that I already created. We'll just tap, change the size, do whatever you want with what you've just copied and carry on as normal. Let me just go back. So from the top, you can open and close the menu, close the document, open the document drawer, access 9. There's 9 documents in here, the last 9 documents I was working on. And there's also 9 favorite documents that I use regularly that I've favorited, put the little star on. So that's from the top, and from the bottom, I'm going to clear this clipboard. When you copy to clipboard, it always brings up this little message down the bottom. From the bottom, one pull up from the bottom. So if you don't get it right, I'm trying to show you the document browse. Here we go. So it may interpret that you're trying to move the page. You just have to practice to get the amount of pressure right, because the functionality is all there. You've just got to, everybody presses a different sort of level of pressure. You've just got to work it out for yourself. So you can see there are 6 pages, right? I'm on page 2. And what's great is you even get a preview. Watch this. Look at that. Look at that. I love this. Page 3, now page 4 has the shape. There's nothing on page 5 and nothing on page 6, which is why you can't see anything, right? It's just screen wiping. So don't worry about that. Nothing. Oh, that was page 6, page 5. Now, if you let go, it's going to take you into that document. So again, I'm just going to pull up my document browse. And you can tell that, I don't get it right all the time either. Page 3, it'll take me there. Page 2, it'll take me there. Home, page 1, it'll take me there. So, and then as soon as you obviously touch the screen, it's going to click out of that little sub menu. That's like a sub menu. So there you have it. There's the sort of updated left menu. There's the updated what you can do up the top. That's pretty much been the same for a long time. A lot of people don't use this document browse from the bottom. That's what you can do down there, but it's a great little tool, especially if you've got like 20 pages in a document, and it comes with a preview. I mean, that's what I think is the gold about this, is that you can see, because I don't always know what page my text is on, but I know what I want to access. So good. You can get in here that way, and you can do it, look at it that way, and then you can go, yeah, I want that page. You could do it that way, but this is also, if you can master the amount of pressure you need, this is really cool to get that done. All right, that's it. That's the left menu. So let me just, for the sake of it, show you. There it is. That's the left menu, what you can do from the top and what you can do from the bottom. Hope that helps. Some love on the channel would be greatly appreciated. Okay, bye.